loud yelling.
Yeah. Oh, look at these saddles.
Yeah.
Very comfy.
Welcome to Besterns 2024, hosted by Rocky Mountain Roller Derby right here in Denver, Colorado. My name is Scott Chicken, and with me today is Slady Blocken. We are thrilled for the return of this tournament, last held according to the document in front of me in 2019. I did not fact check this.
That is true.
All right. Up next, we've got Boulder County taking on Rocky Mountain. I don't know why it says up next because it's first, but anyway. And I will announce the roster for Boulder County skating in black. Number 114, Cat Claws, 1190, Ricochet. Number 12, Soccer Blue, 123, Penelope Bruise, 213, Primeval, 23, Angle of Attack, 24, Angry Topaz, number 30, Pixie Freeman, 420, Chingana, number 49, Clickbait, 504, Fleur de Beast, number 7, Freddie Mercury Poisoning, 737, Lady J, 802, Rutabaga Ginsburg, and number 91 is Abina.
And in white, we have Rocky Mountain Roller Derby's 5280 Fight Club with number 1, Pink Flamingo, number 11, Oy Vey Maria, number 12, Killer Copperhead, 1337, Jackie Lope, 1950, Cinderella, 22, Peach Clobber, 26, Miquadzavi Blazin, number 4, Sweet Cyanide, 406, Ruth Slater Ginsburg, 555, Mortal Wombat, 7, Hannah Smash Tana, 71, Tchaikovsky, 92, Luna, 96, Out of Bondage, and 9707, Badass.
Woohoo! And they didn't even wait for us to finish. I don't know. It's very rude. But Sweet Cyanide for Rocky Mountain, lead jammer in jam number 1 of game number 1 of Besterns 2024. We've got Ricochet Nene jamming for Boulder County. Everyone conveniently located across the track from us. But Sweet Cyanide, first 4 points on the board for Rocky Mountain. Sweet Cyanide bouncing in and through. Oh, but picking up the penalty for cutting the track.
And she'll be heading off to the Rover Friends penalty box.
It's nice and convenient that we can actually see the penalty.
Right.
Directly across. Primeval now with the star for Boulder County, our first star pass of the tournament. In case you're keeping star pass stats at home, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Oh, looks like Primeval's heading over to the penalty box as well.
Well, it's forearm penalty on the call, so we will swap out. Sweet Cyanide back on. 29 seconds left in the jam. Well, now 26, but still. Gotta like a game that starts with a 2-minute jam, right?
Absolutely. And she's through with another 4 points.
8 total on the jam for Rocky Mountain. Primeval was just wrapping up that initial pass for Boulder County. And will get released before the end of the jam. Just barely. And 2 more up for total 10-0 after 1 jam. Ooh, again, good start. You get right off double jammer penalties.
Keeping things exciting.
Yes. And we've got, what is that, number 12, Soccer Blue, jamming for Boulder County.
We got Peach Clobber, number 22 for Rocky Mountain.
It's a little late for Peach Clobber season. Or is it ever too late? I guess probably not.
Soccer Blue is through as lead jammer.
And a star pass for Rocky Mountain. Number
26.
Yes.
That's blazing.
And a swift call off as Blazin was indeed Blazin. Next up, we've got number 123, Penelope Bruise.
And number 11, Oy Vey Maria.
I will say there are some fabulous names as I was going through the rosters.
We do always get some name envy here.
Yes. Like Rutabaga Ginsburg, I think, is my favorite.
Ooh,
But
that is a good one.
Oive Maria is close, and is also lead jammer. Second lead jammer of the game for Rocky Mountain. Rocky with a 10-0 lead with 26 minutes-ish to go in the first period of game number 1. And Penelope Bruce, illegal contact called. Second jammer penalty for Boulder County, and 4 points up for Oive Maria. Rocky working on capturing the pivot in the back. Sort of give a little forced pack placement.
And Oive Maria dances around for another 4 points.
And Oive Maria on the third scoring pass now, challenging that brace and kind of chest thump to the ground. It's a power jam over. Penelope Bruce back out of the penalty box. And Bruce forced out to the infield, now rolling back. Oive Maria just continuing to shove. Direction of play penalty sends Rutabaga Ginsburg to the penalty box and getting the bonus for an illegal procedure, I believe.
That's the jam, another 4 points for Rocky.
So that 12 takes us to 22-0. We'll reset with number 30, Pixie Freeman.
And number 1950, Cinderella.
Pixie diving straight into the pack.
And Cinderella sneaks around for lead jammer. Oh, cut penalty on Cinderella, unfortunately, so she'll be heading off to the penalty box.
So we will have lead jammer and the power jam for Pixie Freeman and Boulder County. Boulder County sitting, as mentioned earlier, 0 points. Pixie Freeman bumped, just nudged enough out of bounds. And forearm penalty being called on Pixie Freeman.
So that should send Cinderella back in.
Another no lead jammer jam. Cinderella clears, completes the initial pass. Pixie Freeman, I think, yes, standing in the penalty box. And about to be released. It's really convenient. The pack is like right in front of us.
Right.
Finally, all the action where we can see it. 4 points for Cinderella. Oh, back block called on Pixie Freeman. With 41 seconds to go, we'll be freed before the end of the jam, but more time for Rocky to get points with Boulder not able to do anything, at least on the offense.
We got
And direction of play, sending 420 Chingana to the penalty box for Boulder County.
And Cinderella is just pushing at the front of the pack here. Trying to get through another time.
Yeah, Boulder's defense super tight,
Absolutely.
but the jammer penalty's kind of killing them.
Yeah.
Pixie finally out at the very end. Did get 4 points total. Like had the points, I think, prior to the forearm call. So Boulder is on the board, but trailing by 30, 34 to 2-4.
All right, we got 737 Lady J for Boulder, number 4 Sweet Cyanide for Rocky as our jammers.
Both jammers looking on the outside. Sweet Cyanide pushing everybody forward. Sweet Cyanide finally clears. Lead jammer Rocky Mountain. Lady J, solid three-wall tripod defense at the back. Has pulled the helmet cover off, pivot way up to the front, so
having like a bridge out to try to keep Sweet Cyanide. It looks like our star pass for Boulder is complete.
Yes. Oh, not the jammer. Star pass not complete.
Oh, just kidding.
Psych. So something not quite legal in that pass.
We did a quick little hand back, so Lady J is still our jammer.
Lady J sort of ducking through like, I don't really have the star, but it doesn't matter because there's no lead jammer again. So back-to-back 2-minute jams. Lady J sneaking through the pack, one to beat. Oh, beautiful shot.
Knocked over by number 7, Hannah Smashdano from Rocky.
And forced to roll all the way back behind the pack. Sweet Cyanide out of the penalty box. Back engaged. Both jammers on their first scoring passes. And great two-line defense at the front by Boulder, but equally great line work by Sweet Cyanide holding on to that. I don't know what part of the toe stop, some sort of suction cup thing, like they're
Super
inbound.
suction cup colors, I guess.
And Boulder County calls a timeout with both jammers getting 4 points. So we stay 30-point game, 8 for Boulder County, 38 Rocky Mountain. Just under 20 minutes to go. I'd like to say we couldn't do this without all of the volunteers, officials, and medics who helped make this event possible. Thanks to all of them.
In our penalty box, as I alluded to before, is sponsored by Room for Friends Wine Bar, which is one of our friends of Rocky. Located in the heart of the Denver Art District on Santa Fe Drive, Room for Friends loves to bring folks together in a cozy atmosphere with great drinks and nibbles. It's a Rocky after-party favorite. Check them out in person or online at roomforfriendswine.com. And now this gives me the right to make all the Room for Friends jokes about the penalty box. There's always room for more friends in there.
I was wondering what was the deal with the glasses in the penalty box. I'm like, oh, I thought it was just Gatorade, but apparently not. You guys know how to run a tournament out here. All right, Ricochet back out to jam for Boulder County.
That's number 11, Oive Maria for Rocky.
Oive Maria kind of do a little truck and trailer move with badass, but not quite. Does get through, but not.
Ricochet right on her tail.
Yes, I was like, wait, the thing's blinking on the wrong thing. Like, that's Ricochet is lead, but.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, and not calling off early. Figuring might as well get some points, and a cut track called. Good choice to not call off the jam as they were approaching the pack. Ricochet now with the power jam and a lot of chaos in the pack.
But makes it through for all 4 points.
Shanene coming in on the second. Ooh, nice little pointing at the Rocky bench. Or maybe the crowd behind the Rocky bench. You don't know. Shanene swinging through, hip check to the ground by Tchaikovsky.
Still bearing ahead by the front of the pack, but we got Oive Maria back in.
Shanene pushing, slipping, and finally jukes around Blazin to grab the 4. 8 on the jam now for Boulder County. Penalty being called on someone in the middle of the pack. Shanene uses the distraction to break free and star pass. Number 26, Blazin. Personal play called. Shanene calls off the jam. Did get 4, but Blazin able to steal 3.
That call-off just made me realize how long these jams are going so
know,
far this
right?
game.
We're on jam. What do we, jam 6, and we're 17 minutes to go in the game.
Impressive. Working hard out there.
Yeah. Too many jammer penalties will do that. But a 16-6 run.
We got number 22, Peach Clobber. Number 12. Oh. It's like maybe an official timeout.
I think that's an official timeout. I'm going to guess. I'm like, refs having a conversation.
I'd like to say some of our non-skating officials out there have some lovely blanket, soft-looking hoodie things that I'm real jealous of this morning.
Yeah,
it's chilly here in Denver.
It is a bit cool. Is that the slank hit? There was a thing like just before the pandemic that it was like the blanket coat thing that people would right. Like
looks
fully
real comfy.
Wrapped up in. All right, back to it. Soccer blue, Peach Clobber.
Peach Clobber made it through for lead jammer here.
Soccer blue looking outside, back to the middle. Peach Clobber finding room on the outside for 4 points. The whistle blowing, someone's going to our room for friends penalty box. Oh, and it is in fact Soccer blue.
Peach Clobber still skating around, makes another pass.
Soccer blue joined in that room for friends penalty box by a friend.
Peach Clobber is pushing at the front of the pack here.
Bouncing back and forth.
Oh. Trying to do a little spin, staying
nice.
inside.
Going for the 2 hands, only went 1. Like, nope, if I get 1 out, I'm good. Well balanced.
And did make it through for another 4 points.
Well, Soccer blue spinning and spinning and spinning. And is through. And a low block called on a Rocky Mountain blocker. Peach Clobber adds 4 more, 16-0. Takes Rocky to 60, Boulder County 24, 15 and a half to go in the first period of game 1 of the 2024 Besterns tournament.
Got number 1, 2, 3, Penelope Bruce, and 1950 Cinderella as our jammers for this. Jam number 8.
Cinderella on the outside, forced out of bounds. Penelope Bruce pushed to the ground and also out of bounds. Oh, Bruce, nice angle through the pack to grab lead jammer. Cinderella now star in hand, still held up at the back as Penelope Bruce shrugs off the sternum check and picks up 4.
Just exploding through there.
Yeah. Playing the speed and agility game through the pack rather than engage. Just keeping things moving and dodging really well.
Absolutely.
Adds another 4 now, 32-60. As Penelope Bruce almost through, but knocked down. Again, still holding the star.
And looks like Cinderella's made it through after a hard fight. Puts the star back on.
And Penelope Bruce finally hears the cries from the bench, calls off the jam. And yes, Cinderella held scoreless. Boulder County defense holding up on that last run. So a total of 12, now 36-60. is, what's that, 24 points? Sure.
We got number 4, Sweet Cyanide, back on the jam line. Our Campfires and Coffee jam line with number 30, Pixie.
Could use a campfire right about now.
Right?
And maybe some coffee.
And a coffee.
Yeah. Pixie Freeman pushing through the front of the pack. Lead jammer, but Sweet Cyanide right there. Pixie trying to catch Sweet Cyanide all the way through. Cyanide dodges to the right. Jam call.
No points for either one. Called off just in time.
Twelve and a half minutes ago in our first period, 36-60. Boulder County trailing Rocky Mountain. Lady J, number 737 with the star for Boulder County.
Number 22, Peach Clobber.
Lady J slicing towards the outside. Peach Clobber to the in, and Lady J grabs the lead jammer. 3 straight jams for Boulder County.
So we have a completed star pass over to 9707 Bat Ass.
Badass star on, heading towards the pack. Lady J taps the hips, calls off the jam. I like the star in the front look.
Yes.
Don't let the people on the side know if you're the jammer.
Looks like Lady J was able to pick up 2 points for Boulder County. And we've got 1190 Ricochet and 11 Oy Vey back out at our Campfires and Coffee jam line.
Ricochet pushing at the front. Oy Vey Maria hung up in the middle of the pack. 1 blocker to assist.
Got a little spread out as a pack here, but we're pushing back together.
Yeah, good work on the front by Rocky, kind of keeping things going. But I think that's a penalty on Oy Vey Maria. Yes, indeed. Didn't see what the call was, though.
I think it was a high block, if I saw correctly, but.
So Ricochet still potentially could get lead jammer. Star is still on the hat. Step 1, getting through the pack, and surprisingly, Rocky doesn't want to allow that.
Follows through some offense. Ricochet is out of the pack as lead jammer.
Yeah, but great penalty kill by Rocky Mountain. It's Oy Vey Maria finally out of the box and blasting through with the star in hand. Now is clear. Ricochet approaching the front of the pack. But held up. Tripod anchored by Ruth Slater Ginsburg. And Oy Vey Maria is through first points of the jam.
Sneaking around that inside.
And jam is finally called off. A 4-4 tie. Say you mentioned the Campfires and Coffee jam line. Campfires and Coffee is an LGBTQ-owned small business in the San Francisco Bay Area, specializing in stickers, pins, art prints, and apparel. Check them out online at campfiresandcoffee.com.
Looks like we got some folks cheering on Ricochet in the chat for this last jam. We also got a Let's Go Rocky from Rat Poison, who I happen to know. Just had to move away from Rocky, but is still cheering us on for afar. So shout out to you, Rat Poison.
It's official review. Solid time to mention Skate Rats. Skate Rats is here this weekend to support Besterns. If you need your skates tuned up or have any skate questions, be sure to stop off at the booth. That's assuming that you're listening to the stream and then you're going to come down in person.
Which you should if you're
It could happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. They've got all the accessories and safety gears you're looking for. Skate Rats will be giving away a $100 gift card this weekend, so that's a reason to come down.
Oh, yeah.
You can also check out Skate Rats' fully stocked shop in Loveland, Colorado, or shop online with worldwide shipping at skaterats.com. That's SK8 RATZ.com. Skate Rats. I think that was the official review used as a timeout, maybe?
Seems about right.
Or just nothing happened based on it, one of the two.
All right, real quick. All right, we got number 12, Soccer Blue, out as lead jammer for Boulder County.
Sweet Cyanide. Number 4 jamming for Rocky Mountain, but 4 points up for Soccer Blue. Sweet Cyanide finally clear. Boulder County coming back to full strength. They had a blocker in the penalty box to start the jam.
And we got Soccer Blue calling it off, but that will be, looks like 3 points to 2 points for that jam. That's 3 points Boulder County, 2 points for Rocky. Back at the Campfires and Coffee Jam line, we got an official timeout.
We've got everybody going, wait. Well, that was too many whistles. Referee's coming to check in. Scoring table, that last jam a 7-2 run. Boulder County now 49, Rocky Mountain 66. 8 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the first period.
Boulder County is closing that gap between points a little bit more here. We'll see what happens.
Remember, this is the first game of 5 games today. Next up, at noon Mountain Time, will be FOCO taking on Bellingham, as Washington starts to be recognized in your Colorado tournament.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got Penelope Bruise and Cinderella facing off as jammers, both still fighting through.
Penelope Bruise trying to duck to the outside, but just bumped out. Now coming clear and is lead jammer, but again knocked out of bounds. This is a 6-jam run that Boulder County is on with lead. But in those 6 jams, Rocky's only given up like 22 points, which is pretty darn good.
Some good defensive teams out here.
Yes. Do have a penalty on Cinderella. And now we have a penalty on Penelope Bruce. So another 2-minute jam. Just what the doctor ordered.
Room for friends, penalty box, but just room briefly as Cinderella is let back in as Penelope Bruce comes around to serve. Oh man, Cinderella's kind of sandwiched between Pixie and Primeval here, trying to push through the front of the pack. Dragged that all the way back,
beautiful.
Unfortunately.
Pixie with good awareness of like, oh, out of bounds, I'm going to run away. Cinderella now, again, held up. At the back, a little bit of offensive help coming.
Ah, yes.
Now,
Looks like Killer Copperhead trying to help out with some offense.
and a direction of play penalty sends angle of attack to the Room for Friends penalty box. That angle not quite correct. And just as the jammer released, time runs out on the jam. 1 point. A mere 1 point for 123 Penelope Bruise. Takes us to 50-66.
Boulder County has been doing a great job of getting that good timing on making sure they can start with a jammer in, not giving up any power jams. We got 737 Lady J, number 22 Peach Clobber out here.
Oh, Lady J, man, that looked like that line was wide open, and then Badass says, no, it's not, because you're going to the ground. Peach Clobber, lead jammer, breaking the streak of Boulder County lead jammer calls. Boulder now losing number 420, Chingana, to the Room for Friends penalty box. 2 blockers on the track for Boulder. All 4 out for Rocky Mountain. And Peach Clobber taking full advantage of that with a second scoring pass. Chakilski was kind of on jammer duty there for a bit.
It's like trying to split up those remaining Boulder County blockers out there.
Lady J finally clear. And 91 Abina throws the shoulder. Picks him out. Jam is called 3 on the last pass, so an 11-point jam now, 77-50.
More love in the chat for Nene. That's 1190 Ricochet Nene, which is a very fun name to say.
That is super good. Oive Maria jamming for Rocky Mountain. Room for Friends penalty box has room for like 8 friends over there right now.
It does. No one there yet this
Completely
scam.
empty. Means we will soon get a ton of penalties. Or not. Oive Maria bump to the outside. Pixie on the rollback.
Ricochet Nene looks like made it past those Rocky blockers up front for lead jam.
Shanene bumped out. Yes, out. That was a long conversation, like pondering if was I out?
Right.
Am I not out? I'm like, oh, high block called on Pink Flamingo, who had picked up the star.
It's on over to our Room for Friends penalty box.
Mm-hmm.
There's always room for more friends.
He's now really the only friend, which means all the wine for Pink Flamingo.
Ricochet Nene getting dragged all the way to the back of the pack, unfortunately, but we'll keep fighting through, fighting that Rocky defense.
2:45 to go in the period, 36 seconds on the jam clock. Pink Flamingo standing and now released from the penalty box and back in with the pack. Ricochet Nene, oh, just caught again. Tana smash. Tana owning that last line of defense.
Absolutely. Looks like we got a penalty call on, I believe, 92 Luna from Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Pink Flamingo finally clears the pack as time runs out on the jam. 4 points up for Boulder. So we sit, we had a slight score adjustment, 76-54. We will once again pair up Soccer Blue with Sweet Cyanide.
Poisonous combination.
Yes. 1:40 to go in the period. Will we get a final 2-minute jam to end this half?
Oh, Sweet Cyanide manages to stay in bounds and make it through on the inside for lead jammer.
Soccer Blue also pushing through. Oh, but not pushing through legally. That is a cut track penalty. So Sweet Cyanide. Forearm penalty called, sending Abina to the penalty box as well. Fortunately, there was room for friends. Oh, and more friends going to join. Cat Claws called.
Oh, unfortunately, that leaves 1.
Oh, man.
Boulder County blocker. There's a lot of friends.
Also, yeah, Chingana going over and he's going to be waved off because there is no more room for friends on that side of the board. Tchaikovsky also having a wine break. And Soccer Blue finally released and clear. Sweet Cyanide completes the third scoring pass. So much penalty work, forgot to talk about jammers. 12-0 run at this point as the pack now running away. We got 15 seconds left on the period clock.
About 30 left on that jam clock.
I think Sweet Cyanide's just like, well, let's just run this out. What the heck?
See what
We've
happens.
had enough 2-minute jams. We might as well go for like 150.
One more for the end of the half.
Yeah. Soccer Blue trapped by 3 Rocky Mountain blockers. As Chai is serving on the bridge. And time does in fact run out.
All right.
3 and a 2, so 2 points up for Rocky, 3 for Boulder County. Gives us 90-57 at the half.
And that will be halftime, folks. We'll be right back with some more Besterns action in a few minutes before the second period starts, but we will see you in just a few.
Welcome back to Besterns for the second half of game number 1, Boulder County versus Rocky Mountain. Boulder County trailing 57-90, or Rocky Mountain leading 90-57. I just chose to read left or right on the scoreboard. So by my completely unofficial stats, I think we had 7 jammer penalties for both teams. Like each team had 7.
Wow.
But again, those aren't necessarily legit. What did you note in the first half?
Well, I mentioned this a little during the first half, but we had some long-running jams. I think partially because of some of those penalties. But
Right.
also some good defense, just holding the jammers, trying to get more points.
Yeah, it felt like, as you said, long jams. But even when there weren't some really long ones, even when there weren't jammer penalties, they only had.
Exactly.
I'm looking. I'm like, we only had one kind of a couple of single passes, and those were in the streak where Boulder had lead. Boulder had lead for like 6 straight jams, and Rocky Mountain really locked them down. So should be an interesting second period.
Absolutely. Will our flat iron Phoenixes from Boulder County close that gap a little more, or will Rocky Mountain hold strong? Let's see.
Any other excitement in the chat? Since you're closer to the chat.
No, not since our Nene fan club, but it seems like Ricochet Nene's fans are up early and ready to cheer her on. So we'd love to see that. I'll keep an eye on the chat.
Right
If you're watching silently, please feel free to join in. We would love to see your commentary.
And in the 20 seconds, I'm going to say a lot of good things in life are free, but not this stream. Please like and subscribe to our channel to throw a couple of bucks our way and to avoid the ads this weekend so we can do this again next year. If you've got Amazon Prime, don't forget you get a free subscription every month on Amazon Prime, and you can link your Twitch account to your Prime account, and then you can subscribe to this stream for free, and you won't get an ad jumping in the middle of me doing a plug for you to subscribe to the stream.
We're in the middle of an important jam, which is always when those ads seem to hit me. So.
Yes, and I always forget that it expires after a month thing, and
right.
then I'm like, what is happening? I'm subscribed. Oh, no, I'm not, because it's a new month. Right. Why did you drop in this ad for whatever in the middle of everything? All right, Penelope Brews, Sweet Cyanide, starting off period 2, game number 1, Besterns 2024.
And that's Penelope Brews through as lead jammer, but Cyanide is right out behind, trying to catch up.
Yeah, about a quarter lap behind. The pack again, speeding up. Rocky's been kind of running things a little bit, like trying to stay ahead. And Bruce calls off the jam and picks up 2. So 59.90. We can do that math. That's 31 points, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I had to drink more coffee this morning.
All right. I think I'm caffeine free this morning. Maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe that's why I was running late. I was like, oh, God, I'm going to be late for the game.
All right, we got 737 Lady J and 22 Peach Clobber jamming. Ooh, Peach Clobber with a pretty hard hit.
Yeah, Peach Clobber clobbered angle of attack on that shoulder.
There you go. But getting dragged back to the back of the pack by Pixie, number 30 from Boulder County.
Lady J forced to the infield. Just to cut back across, and Peach Clobber, lead jammer, Rocky Mountain.
Got some love in the chat for angle of attack.
Lady J finally clears, pops the star back on the helmet, and Peach Clobber says, I'm just going to call this off. Take my 2 points back to the bench. So that keeps our gap even, as we had a 2-0 each side. So 33 points. See, I can do that math too, because I just did 30. Or 31.
All right, number 1190, Ricochet Nene, and 11 Oive Maria as our jammers.
Oive Maria kind of bumped, sort of tripped up and then bumped again. Now has the star off, as lead jammer has been awarded to Ricochet Nene. Nene picking up lead and then getting bumped back in, and now Pink Flamingo with the star for Rocky Mountain.
Pack is going pretty quick up here as Ricochet Nene tries to get through, but that defense just holds. No points, it looks like.
I think we got, no points for Boulder, 2 points for Rocky. So Rocky Mountain stealing a couple as Pink Flamingo had the speed going.
All right. Looks like we got Cinderella for Rocky jamming.
Soccer Blue with the star and lead jammer for Boulder County. Oh, not the lead jammer because a high block was called. So we will have no lead jammer, I believe, because Pink Flamingo thought, oh, I'm not lead jammer, I'll take the star off.
That's Cinderella, has the star off, but is still trying to fight through. Pushing up against.
And also getting a high block.
Oh, man.
It's the double high block penalty.
To the Room for Friends penalty box where we got room for 2 jammer friends. Except we're going to release Soccer Blue here. Back into the action.
Soccer Blue says, thanks, friend, for letting me go skate some more. And Soccer Blue finally completes the initial pass as we will go a full more minute.
Looks like Boulder County's trying to split up those Rocky blockers, but they managed to form back together, trying to hold Soccer Blue, but looks like she is through again for another pass.
Cinderella now out of the box. Held up, getting a little bit of offensive assist. And then getting knocked to the ground and everyone falls in a pile. By everyone, just the jammers, but still.
Still
the jammer pig pile.
moment.
Hey, star pass by Rocky Mountain.
No lead, might as well
Yeah.
pass it off, get some more points. Or try to.
Yes, McQuadza be blazing. With the star now for Rocky. And Cinderella, it was Soccer Blue finally out of the back with 4 more points. A 12-3 run for Boulder County.
Got some love in the chat for Cinderella and Soccer Blue. Thanks to our early riser fans. I guess depending on what time zone you're in.
Right.
Almost 11 o'clock here in Denver, Colorado.
Sweet Cyanide jamming against Penelope Bruise. And Sweet Cyanide lead jammer. But Penelope Bruise, just all speed.
Right on her tail.
And then just sort of diving into the pack. Like, I'm going to get something. And did not. Thought they got one, but Jam Ref says no.
Absolutely no fear.
Yeah.
Charging through those two.
So Rocky Mountain now over 100 with 101. Boulder County 71.
And we got Lady J for Boulder County and Peach Clobber for Rocky Mountain next up on the jam line.
Boulder County 1 blocker shy as the pivot sitting in the Room for Friends penalty box. As the coffee and donuts jammer line being held. I did have a donut, I just didn't get the coffee part earlier.
Oh man, we're still pretty close together. Both Schumer's trying to fight through. Lady J turned her around a little. Oh.
That was like a physics lesson.
Absolutely.
Lady J shouldered Peach Clobber, who then knocked Lady J's blocker out of bounds. One of those Newton's cradle things. All right, lead jammer once again for Rocky Mountain. Rocky now down a blocker. That's one of theirs easy in that room for Friends penalty box. And Lady J finally clears the pack on the inside edge. Pops the star back on. And Peach Clobber through with 4. On a cut track on Lady J.
Lady J still getting some love in the chat, though. Fighting through. And Peach Clobber. Got some Rocky blockers trying to help her through a little bit here. Still pulled back to the back of the pack.
Yeah, 3 blockers on the track for Rocky as they're waiting the return of the pivot. That's Blazin, right? With the pivot start, I think.
Yes, that was Blazin as the pivot.
4 more points for Rocky, an 8-0 run. Now 109.71. 21 minutes and change to go in the game. Again, this is game 1 of 5 today, followed by 3 more tomorrow. Boulder County will be back at 2 o'clock playing Jet City, and Rocky Mountain back at 4 p.m. Mountain Time taking on Bellingham. Bellingham coming up next against FOCO. Oive Maria and Lady J. Lady J starting in the penalty box is now out.
And it looks like Oive Maria is declared lead jammer. But
there were a lot of whistles.
Yeah, it looks like it's a power jam. Rocky power jam as Lady J is sent back to the Room for Friends penalty box.
And 1 blocker from each team also in the penalty box. Jose Maria one-on-one with
Cat Kloss, number 114 from Boulder County.
Jose Maria finally making it through as Cat Kloss heads to the penalty box.
Those on the board, 8 so far on the power jam.
Ooh, that was pretty. Not even a full spin, just a little like, I'm just jump out of your way.
Looks like our Room for Friends penalty box is just about clear as folks are back on the track here.
Jay out and re-engaged, now being run back, but not penalty worthy run back for him. Orve through again. 16 points now, the largest jam I think for Rocky Mountain. We're tying the largest jam anyway.
Oive taking a hit to the ground, but keeps getting up, keeps fighting.
Yeah, that was a perfectly placed hip check. But does pick up 3 more for a total of 19 for Rocky Mountain, now 128-71. The Rockies held Boulder County scoreless for the last 3 jams after that big 12-point run. Official timeout called. We have a conversation between Hannah smashed, sorry, that's the wrong side. Freddie Mercury poisoning from Boulder County, speaking with the refs. I think they're getting some clarification on some penalties or something.
Something like that. We'll see what happens here.
All right.
Looks like we got things resolved.
You know, Soccer Blue jamming against Sweet Cyanide. 18 and a half minutes to go in the game. 128-71 Rocky Mountain, widening their lead over the last 3 jams. And the trend potentially continuing with lead jammer going to Sweet Cyanide. And another power jam as Soccer Blue picks up a penalty.
Sweet Cyanide trying to sneak through on the lines here with some fancy footwork, but held by Pixie.
And Pixie finally has to let her go, 4 up. This is the 3rd straight jam with a penalty for the Boulder County Jammer. And 8 points up on the power jam as Soccer Blue finally clears. And Sweet Cyanide says, they're pointing to me, I'm calling off the jam. So an 11-point run, 139.71.
Just like that first half, they have some long jams out here. Both teams getting to show off some of their endurance.
Right.
That defense.
Yeah, feels like that's definitely Rocky's strategy. Is just stretch it, go for the points, and trim down. Especially if they're holding on to the Boulder County Jammers or the Jammers are in the box. Lead jammer now for Penelope Bruce, number 123. And a star pass to Pink Flamingo for Rocky Mountain. And that forces Bruce to call off the jam.
Got 3 points though.
Breaks that 4-jam scoreless streak for Boulder County.
Next up on our Campfires and Coffee Jam line, we got Oy Vey Maria number 11 for Rocky Mountain Roller Derby and Lady J 737 for Boulder County.
Oy Vey Maria pushing at the front. Lady J held up by 3 of the 4 Rocky Mountain blockers.
Oy Vey Maria is getting dragged to the back of the pack. Lady J is now at the front fighting. She's got some good spinny moves to try and spin off some of these blockers, but they are holding Lady J for the time being still.
Yeah, Rutabaga Ginsburg was given a little bit of offense for theirs, now coming back on for some offense, but keeps having to come back to restrain the Rocky Mountain Jammer. Doesn't do so quickly enough this time, and lead jammer, Oy Vey Maria. As Lady J is freed. And this time, Lady J able to steal some points.
Sneaks through for, looks like 3 points.
Yeah, I think we got 3 for Rocky, 2 for Boulder County. So 142 to 76. Just under 15 minutes to go in the game. Pink Flamingo not allowed to be the pivot when you have a pivot in the box already. It's a good try.
And we got Ricochet over here for Boulder County, Cinderella for Rocky Mountain as our jammers.
And Pink Flamingo off to the penalty box.
Ricochet is indeed ricocheting off of our Rocky blockers, making it through for lead jammer.
And number 91, Abina, off to the Room for Friends penalty box, joined by a friend as well. It's 4 points up for Ricochet. And Cinderella also clears. It's 2-on-2 in the pack.
Cinderella and Ricochet both making another pass here, as we have lots of friends in our penalty box, our Room for Friends penalty box here.
It's Rocky Mountain back to 3 blockers on the track. And Cinderella through first. Ricochet calls off the jam. And not able to get any points on that 3rd pass, so an 8-8 jam. We sit at 150 to 84, 13-ish minutes to go. I did not go and check the overall penalty board, so I'm like, there have been so many whistles blown in this game. I'm wondering when we're going to start seeing.
I'm really curious to see some of those numbers for sure.
We're into this fourth quarter of play, as it were. See who's going to foul out, if anyone.
And that's Sweet Cyanide through for lead jammer. But it looks like Soccer Blue is through right after.
Yes. And again, Pack's starting to run a little quicker. Kilski spinning to the front. Ooh. Quick call off and 3 points for Rocky Mountain.
And that makes 1 point for Boulder County. Got some shout outs in the chat for someone's wifey playing great offense.
All right.
Someone also asked if Johnny Peppers is here. He is indeed in the building.
Johnny is in the building.
Making an appearance
Johnny will
later.
be on the next game, I believe.
Ah.
Following Foco Bellingham.
All right, we got Penelope Bruce, number 1, 2, 3, through as another lead jammer, and I feel like he's been getting lead jammer a lot this game. Really barreling through here.
Going through with points. And calls off the jam.
He's able to prevent that Rocky jammer from getting any points. Nice work.
$89-153 is our score now with 11:20 to go. Rocky Mountain in the lead. Lady J, Oive Maria.
I don't have a lot of numbers on this, but I feel like it's been a pretty quick game. Not a lot of timeouts or anything. Just keep on pushing.
Right. It's just it has been really go go go. We had a couple of timeouts, official reviews in the first half, but this one there was just that brief official timeout as Boulder was talking to the ref for a second.
Right back to it.
Yeah, Pixie Freeman off to the Room for Friends penalty box, and lead jammer Oive Maria.
We got Blazing up front here trying to hold Lady J, but Lady J makes it through. Oive, nice little turn on the in and perfect timing call off just as she gets all her points.
As we roll down to the 10-minute mark, 157-89, Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain sending out Cinderella, number 1950.
And we got Ricochet, 1190 for Boulder County.
Cinderella on the inside now, swapping over to the out. Ricochet also bouncing to the into the out, and Cinderella lead jammer. Cinderella, dropped to the ground with the aggressive shoulder from Pixie Freeman.
Really pushing against Pixie Freeman. And
Pixie's like, hey, where's the other part of this tripod? We can't do a tripod with 2 people. Now the Room for Friends penalty box filling up with 2 blockers from each side. In, one sitting, one standing. Convenient that way. Ricochet, no points as the whistles had blown, but 4 points up for Cinderella. And another long jam. Long jam that doesn't end up in many points. Always intriguing.
all right. We're up for Jam 16 with Sweet Cyanide versus Soccer Blue. Both of them getting through it pretty quickly with Sweet Cyanide as our lead jammer here.
Pink Flamingo out of the penalty box is just kind of like just pacing along with Sweet Cyanide. Like, I'm just going to stay here so that
we can get our jammer through here.
Right. Another quick run, 3-0. That's 3 straight scoreless jams again for Boulder County. Now 164.89, and we're down to the 8-minute mark.
This game really is. Keeps going and going.
Hey,
No rest.
if you're watching on the stream and you feel like you're missing out on the merch, check out Rocky's store on Bonfire. Just go to bonfire.com, search for Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. And you can merch up while you're cheering on Peach Clobber as lead jammer.
And Peach Clobber goes ahead and calls it off just as Penelope Bruce gets right in front of her.
So it's scoreless on both sides, which is, at this point, in Rocky Mountain's favor. It's 30 seconds where nobody's doing anything. But, yeah, Rocky Mountain's really poured it on this half of that big streak in the 7, 8, 9 jam. The 19 points and such.
It's Lady J. Almost made it through, but got knocked out at the last minute.
And then bumped out, and now off to the penalty box for illegal contact, I think, maybe. So Oive Maria, not lead jammer yet. Pink Flamingo back from the Room for Friends penalty box.
Trying to stop number 23 Angle of Attack from getting that angle.
Man. Wow, Primeval took a shot.
Some hard hits out here.
And then Primeval off to the penalty box. I must have done something else afterwards. Maybe there was a low block after the knockout. Lady J back as the
Sneaking up on him.
Boy, yeah, the entire Rocky bench screaming, jammer, jammer. And Lady J still also on the initial pass, and now a penalty called on Oive Maria for a high block. So no lead jammer, 37 seconds to go. Finally, Lady J completes the initial pass. And is in on a scoring point run with 24 seconds to go in the jam.
Fighting through at the top of the pack here, and it looks like Boulder County is going to try to let her push a little, but oh, nope, coming up to help with the offense.
Psych. You thought. Oh, nice little shoulder.
It's by Blazin.
Yeah. And time runs out on the jam, 3 points up.
That brings us right under 5 minutes on the period clock.
164.92. Rocky Mountain.
And it's Ricochet back for Boulder County, Cinderella back for Rocky Mountain here on the Campfires and Coffee Jam line. Both of which sound really nice right now this morning.
Right? Yes. Pixie out of the Room for Friends penalty box, slides in to try and break the pack free. But
Cinderella out for lead jammer.
Rocky Mountain readjusting as Ricochet trying just about everything to get through that pack, but not quite effectively enough. Cinderella now up against Freddie Mercury Poisoning and Pixie Freeman.
Looks like.
And that is going to be a cut track. As both blockers ran back, and I think both hands slipped out of bounds.
Yes. Ricochet has the helmet cover off, trying to push over there still.
And does. Nice around the behind the back pass to Pixie. So 47 seconds of jam to go. Pixie Freeman, now the jammer of record for Boulder County, and shrugs off.
Touches a nice hit.
Yeah.
Pink.
Pink was close, but Pixie able to just get enough out of the way. Ooh, that was a pretty one as well.
Just slams through.
Mortal Wombat, another great name.
Yes. Personal favorite of mine.
Yes.
Pixie just keeps on charging through, but we got Cinderella back in on the track for her penalty, scoring 4 points for Rocky.
Pixie cutting left, and time runs out on the jam. Pixie did get all 4, but it looks like a couple, right?
Yeah.
2 for Cinderella?
Yep, looks like it. 2 for
right.
Cinderella. But that does bring Boulder County up through the 100-point mark. But score is still 170-104. Rocky Mountain in the lead.
Yes, 66 points? Sure, something like that. And 2 minutes to go in the game. Lineup we've seen repeatedly. Sweet Cyanide up against Soccer Blue. And the jam clock and period clock in sync.
Oh, beautiful. And that has, a little bit of a pile up there.
Like, is everybody okay? We're going to just sort of sit here for a second, and then we're going to call the jam off. I'm like,
Make sure everyone's all right.
At some point, the fact that nobody's moving is an indicator that maybe we should stop things and have an official timeout. As both jammers kind of shaken up, they kind of fell on top of each other with a bunch of other people in the pile. Right?
All right. Looks like we're going to get things reset here.
I'll give another plug for subscribing. Become a Besterns bestie. Like and subscribe to Rocky's Twitch channel this month. It is $4.99 for 8 amazing games without ads. Or again, you can subscribe on Prime if you have a Prime account.
You're already one of our besties.
Exactly. We'd also like to thank Lamar's Donuts. Since 1933, Lamar's has been crafting mouth-watering donuts that have stood the test of time. If you're craving a classic or something new, Lamar's has the perfect treat for you. Thanks, Lamar's, for keeping this tournament extra sweet.
Excited to grab one of those delicious donuts. We will announce our MVP award winners in the chat at the end of the game. But MVP awards for the tournament include prizes from Rydell, Rude Chicks, Campfires and Coffee, and Skate Rats. Stay tuned for the end of the day on Sunday, tomorrow, to figure out who those tournament MVPs are. The game MVPs get a little painting from Tchaikovsky, Bobrovsky.
Very cool. I didn't know that was a possibility. All right, Peach Clobber, Penelope Bruise, jamming in jam number 21 with 1:27 to go in the game. Yeah, Bruise knocked out of bounds. The outside, now back up. Peach Clobber struggling at the front with a little bit of assistance. Oh, man, that was one where I thought they were through. Oh, no, they're through because they're on the infield.
Penelope Bruce through for another lead jam of the game. I'd be curious, I don't know if anyone has the numbers on this, but Penelope Bruce has been getting some great leads.
And a star pass to Pink Flamingo for Rocky Mountain. So we're under a minute to go in the game. Minute 7 on the jam clock. 40 seconds now on the period clock. And Pink Flamingo sneaking around the outside for 4 points.
Penelope Bruce still held by Jackie Lope and decides to call it off before Pink Flamingo can get back in the pack.
Did get all 4 points. Is anyone going to call a timeout?
Let's see.
Or is that the last jam? I guess we'll find out. Rocky is got all of them. Boulder County has a couple. But I think we're going to just let this go.
All right.
All right, your unofficial final score, Rocky Mountain 174, Boulder County 108.
Got some high fives all around out there on the track. Stand by to see if we lock in that score here.
I mean, they had a whole 30 seconds to figure it out, right?
Right, to make up their minds. And that is our final score, 174 Rocky Mountain, 108 Boulder County.
All right, well, coming up next, we have FOCO versus Bellingham. That will be Captain Motorboater and Johnny Pepper on the call. So, yeah, Slater, thank you for a great start to the day.
Yeah, right back at you. And we'll catch that stream back here at 12 p.m. Mountain Time. I will try to include our MVPs for the game in the chat so you can cheer them on at home. Thank you all for watching.